Hello Virgo, how are you? This is your February 2021 General Tarot reading. My name's Joe, for those of you that don't know me, so I hope you enjoy this reading and stick around. And for those of you that do know me, welcome back. I appreciate you coming back, as always. This is going to be about any subject or topic. It's nothing specific, so it's up to the cards and spirit to determine what comes forward, and hopefully I can interpret that message as accurately as possible. Just keep in mind though that this isn't going to be for everybody. It can't possibly be, Virgo. So if it's not for you, that's alright, leave it. There's always another message at another time that might be better suited for you, and there are literally hundreds, thousands of tarot readers on YouTube. So keep that in mind. Check them out too. Alright, so we're going to pull, we have some cards out. We're going to pull some past situation cards, present situation cards, and then we're going to look at the potential outcome, Virgo, and then after that we're going to pull some oracle cards and see what is happening for you in the month of February. What is the potential outcome in your current circumstance or situation? So I need a few more cards here and we'll get going. Alright, so Virgo, what do you have going on in your recent past? Oh, okay. Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, stuck. Feeling like you were kind of not imprisoned, but unable to move forward. Like maybe you were not able to make progress in a situation, break free from a situation. Maybe you were feeling trapped in a circumstance that you could not get out of. Maybe you felt like there was absolutely nothing you can do to affect cause and to change things, right? So Virgo, so definitely Eight of Swords in the recent past, but then you have the Chariot right after that, and so something I think, Virgo, you made a move, you made a decision to do something to try and change your circumstances. What that might have been, well, I guess that depends on what this circumstance is about. I think it's about love and romance in this reading, and I think it's about relationship that is one, very important and close to you, and two, sometimes slightly toxic, it seems. But I don't think it's like that kind of toxic, narcissistic kind of energy. It's just sometimes it can get to be a little on the toxic side. And Virgo, I don't think it's necessarily you, but I think that maybe the two of you kind of feed off of that. When one kind of I think maybe your person, when they get really negative or down, they tend to be a little bit unpredictable, and then you react to that. So I feel like there's just been this relationship issue that seems to be revisiting the same kind of circumstance over and over again, and so you felt stuck, you felt trapped, you decided to make a move to try and change things. I think you try to move away from this person, or at least give yourself some distance and space with the Chariot here. I think you just decided that it's time to break away from this person, at least temporarily, okay? Time out, a break, a separation of sorts. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune here, and the wheel comes in when sometimes we need a little bit of help from the universe. Sometimes we need that divine intervention, and in that, I think the Wheel of Fortune literally brought you back around to your person fairly quickly for some reason. And I feel like maybe you were unsure about that happening. I feel like you went along with it, and you, for whatever reasons, maybe there was something to do with your person that might have been slightly traumatic for them. Something happened in their life, something changed in their circumstance, their family, that necessitated a need for you to be there for them, and it was like the universe bringing you back around into their life. But at the same time, I feel like you felt kind of trapped by that all over again. You felt like that you were going to revisit that pain. So Virgo, again, the Ten of Swords here showing up in the recent past, and then the Chariot. You're taking the opportunity to put distance and space between you and your person. And the Wheel of Fortune, something occurs in your person's life that brings you back into their life during this I think it was probably a temporary break that you intended. Maybe for some of you it was a permanent break from this situation. Apply it for your situation how you will if this reading is for you. And the universe steps in. It brings you back around into their life fairly quickly. For some reason or another, I do feel like there was some kind of tragedy or trauma or some kind of circumstance that pulled you back into their life fairly quickly. But you're very unsure about that. You don't want to revisit the same repetitive patterns in this relationship with the Ten of Swords here. Okay, so that's your recent past. Now, your current circumstances, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Wands. And so I think that right now, things are actually kind of good. I think that maybe your person sees the value that you bring to the relationship, but I also think that whatever has occurred to bring you guys to a separation and then bringing you back around to each other, one another again, has brought some new perspective into this relationship for both of you. And so with this Ace of Wands, it's like, okay, it's kind of a do-over. For some of you, I feel like this might have been like the third or even the fourth time around with trying to make this relationship work. Some of you, others of you, it's the second time around, and it's like that's why that Ten of Swords shows up. You don't want to go back and revisit things, how they played out. And you know, you have the Ace of Wands here, though. Things are different this time, and they really truly are. You might have heard that over and over again. Well, it'll be different this time. And it never is. It's going to work out this time, and it never really does. And so here you go into this because there was some kind of need to bring you back into their life, and for you to be there, to be a helper, companion of sorts, maybe to bring comfort, maybe to bring some type of aid to your person, but they needed you. And so the universe brought you back in the Ace of Wands. You're currently in this Ace of Wands. If you're not yet, you're going to be, or if you've already been in this, you're going through this right now with the Seven of Pentacles. You're seeing that this relationship is not the same business as usual. Things have changed. Things, I think both of you, especially your person, has a completely different perspective about things, and I think that's bringing that out of you. So I feel like there is this sharing of one another in this relationship. Like there is this equal give and take now that's coming through. You have the Two of Cups. This is the soulmate card. It's not, to me, not always a soulmate card, but this is two people that belong together, and this is definitely a soulmate indication in this reading that you two are meant to be together. Maybe not forever, but for now. I think that you'll find that if things are different this time around, this is going to be very long term. Some of you might think that this person is your forever person, and you really do want to make it work, but you don't want to be repeating the same story over and over again with this person. So, but there is this change in the relationship, this change in circumstances. It's not business as usual, which is very cool. You have the Six of Wands here. So this is feeling like, hey, you know what? Maybe this can work. Maybe we're going to come out on top. Maybe we're going to get through this and we're going to thrive. And so you're seeing the potential outcome in this, Virgo, as being something that to me is totally different than you really expected. I just see this as like you didn't expect this to happen. You were ready just to cut and run, or at least temporarily, and you didn't expect this to happen. So, you know, the universe steps in and makes some changes for you. I do want to talk about, before I get into the potential outcome, the bottom of the deck with Temperance. I feel that you are really trying your hardest to moderate and tone down your emotions, and to try and balance, you know, that give and take with each other. I think that you're trying hard to make things be fluid. There's a lot of emotion tied into this reading. You know, there's not really a lot of cups. We do have the Queen of Cups here, but I do feel with Temperance, there is an awful lot of an outpouring of emotion, and you're really trying to dial that back and trying to meet your person at the same level. You have the Queen of Cups in the potential outcome here. So this is, you know, the Queen of Cups is a very nurturing, loving person. I think you were called to nurture and love on your person while they were going through some things. And, you know, this is you really taking a different role in this relationship. I really feel like, especially with Temperance, there's a big theme of forgiveness, not only on your part but also on theirs. I think that there's this feeling of forgiveness, forgiving one another, and then your person, I do feel like, is King of Coins here. You know, they see what you're giving emotionally, and they're giving, you know, themselves back to you here, this King of Coins. So there's this, you have a queen and a king, and this is like this divine feminine, divine masculine theme going on. So you're giving of your heart, and your person's receiving it, and they are also giving of their heart. But like, to me, the King of Coins, this represents giving of one's soul as well. And so it kind of just shows me there's this like divine feminine, masculine at play here in this reading. You have the Eight of Coins also in the outcome. So I think you guys are really going to take the opportunity to really get to know each other this time around, and to really to be patient with one another, to really understand one another, to make this relationship something productive and worthwhile long term. Okay, Virgo, I wasn't really expecting a relationship reading, but I leave these open to whatever comes out, and that's just the way I saw it, and the way I felt it. And so if this is for you, this is a good outcome. It shows that never to give up hope on a relationship, because things can change. They can and will and do change for the better. So we need, oh, you have Imagine. Need 2 of these, please. To Be Fair. And I think that's fitting. And we're going to pull a Celtic blessing, spirit guide blessing. So you have Imagine. I think that you're looking at things from a different perspective now, and you're seeing things, you're imagining this relationship being much different than it has in the past, okay? And so I think that you're seeing the promise of a new relationship altogether. It's not the same. Like I said earlier, it's not business as usual. And then there's also To Be Fair. I think that this is saying that, you know, maybe it's not you, maybe it's your person, but I think it's both of you here with this To Be Fair. It's really being equally yoked, and I do feel like that's coming through with the Seven of Pentacles over here. It's like this give and take, this give and receive, and this To Be Fair is saying, don't forget that in order to receive, you got to give. Always give without the expectation of receiving. And so I feel like this is about bringing this relationship into balance, right? And then Imagine. You have really, it's you're seeing things, and the potential long-term outcome of this relationship is completely different than it used to be, and it has you feeling really good. So your mind might be running wild or getting away from you a little bit, not in a bad way, but you're seeing that, oh wow, this can be a good, happy, long-term committed relationship, Virgo. And then you have a blessing on your creativity. I feel like this just complements the Imagine card. It's like, you know, it's all about that when you're emotionally in a good place, that's when our creativity quite often comes out sometimes at its best. Now, there are some things that sometimes come out that are amazing works of art and other types of music, things like that, when people are at their absolute opposite, the worst. But really, this is saying that you are at your best. So you're being blessed with a creative imagination, and you're being blessed with you know, all kinds of good things that are going to be, you know, bring productive, fruitful things into this relationship, into your life. You're going to see things differently, you're going to experience things differently, and you're probably going to feel a lot different than you have before with this relationship. So Virgo, I'm going to end it here because I try to keep it under 15 minutes. This is an interesting read. I feel like there's unexpected change. You didn't expect this coming, but it did, and I think that you're starting to come around in February, really warming up to it and getting comfortable with this whole new outcome. which was, to me, I think, unexpected for you. So, and even for your person, right? Sometimes the universe steps in to change things around and shake our lives up a little bit when we're drifting away from our path. So that's your reading. If it resonated with you, leave a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. If you were new here and you got to the end, and if this reading wasn't for you, don't worry about it. There's always another one. There's plenty of readings on YouTube. But I hope you give me another chance and stick around for more content. I'll talk to you again in about 2 weeks. So thank you for stopping by, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.